Victor Quevedo. This video is dedicated to you. You just bought Jerusalem Cross. It was early morning that I saw it, and I was here in Jerusalem. I was guiding for the first time, actually second time, but this an Israeli group. Then you blessed me in a way. Now I'm going to bless the Jerusalem Cross of you. That Jerusalem Cross is special, unique to the Holy Land. The big cross is Jerusalem, which is the center of the word, and the four other crosses are whatever you want, four gospels, earth, wind, fire, America, Asia, it doesn't matter. The idea is that Jerusalem is the center of the word. We are in front of the church of the Holy Sepulchre, the church of the Holy Tomb. This is the place that Jesus was crucified, died, and buried. The facade that you see here is mainly from the 12th century, but the church was built by St. Helen, and that was the mother of Constantine, the Caesar at that time, that converted the Romans into Christianity at the 4th century. And we are now entering the church, but before that you can see that there's few chapels here. That is where they stripped Jesus from his clothes, and that used to be one of the entrances to the church. Sadly, today there's only one entrance. Here it is in front of you, which is not safe if you ask me. There's so many chapels around here. And look at the beautiful arch that used to be here, and today it's divided to Greek Orthodox chapel, Armenian chapel, and this is an amazing Ethiopian chapel. Then let's go in just for a minute, and what you're going to see there, it's a simple room, the disciples area. The inner part is the Holy of the Holy. That is where the Ark of the Covenant, according to the Ethiopians, is in every church. It's not like the real one. The real one is, according to them, is in Ethiopia. Then let me show it to you. It's not maintained well, and not because the Ethiopians don't want it. They want it, but they have a lot of debate who owns that room, and until they will actually find out who owns that chapel, them or the Egyptian, the Copts, they cannot maintain it, cannot restore it. And that is true to so many places in their church, mainly because their church, not like your church, is actually belongs to everyone. The Armenian are here, the Greek Orthodox are here, the Copts are here, the Ethiopians, and Catholic chapel as well. Then you can understand what's happened to one place, which is the most important place in the world for 90% of the Christians, and owned by everyone. And every order wants a part of it. A lot of tension, and that's why you can find policemen in that area. And one of the subscribers who actually watched that video, and if you want to be my subscriber, please do that. You will get so many videos. I'm trying to upload at least one a day, but you know, it all depends on my ability to do that. But until now it works. I have more than 19,000 videos, 19,000 videos. Then let's enter to the Golgotha from the Crusader Entrance, 12th century. And let's climb up to see where Jesus was crucified. We're climbing up from the Catholic part You can see here Jerusalem cross as well. Oh, lots of light here because they're taking a video of one of the speaking Hebrew, but I know that the Turkish are here too. Then, because there's a lot of light, and before they will kick us, this is where they nailed Jesus into the cross. And Victor, your name is right here in Hebrew. Vedero, I hope that I pronounce it well. I'm blessing it at that side. You can see the face of Jesus and his mother above him. And you can imagine how difficult it is for him. Mary Magdalene are anointing the body of his. She knew a few days ago that he will die. And she was the only one who really anointed him from her best friends and disciples. This is the Pietà, Mother Sutter, the suffering of Mary. And you can see the spear in her heart. When she entered the temple for the presentation at the temple, which is a Jewish ceremony until today, when you do the firstborn son, that's what we are doing, but there's no Jewish temple, then they are going to synagogue. Saint Simon told her that her son will die in front of her eyes. Then you can see, he said, it will be like a spear will enter to your heart. And here it is. And next to it, and this is so strange to see it because you can actually, usually there's no light here, but there's a lot of noise now. Then you can see the crucifixion spot. John is to the right, Mary is to the left. On top of Jesus, you can see his sin list. 3 languages, Jesus from Nazareth, King of the Jews. He cannot be King of the Jews because the Romans already crowned King Herod. Then, I'm putting the cross, Victor, for you, just at the Golgotha. You can see the bedrock of it. And look at the creek. It's a result of the earthquake that was here when Jesus died. And we will go together to the exact crucifixion spot. And there's light here, and you can see everything here. It's amazing. Let me reach my hand there to touch the bedrock. And because of COVID-19, they actually clean it every 10 minutes. Then I'm not afraid to do that. The crucifixion place is already at the Greek Orthodox part. That's the Turkish TV. They're taking video of it. We saw the Greek Orthodox part, and we enter through the Catholic part. We are living from the Greek Orthodox. And look how beautiful that mosaic wall is. We just came from the Golgotha. You can see the skull, Calvary. And we don't know the meaning of that place because the only place that the Golgotha was mentioned was at the New Testament, but the Jews didn't mention that place and the Romans didn't mention that place. Then we believe that because it was outside the city, and you can see the city walls in the background, We believe that it might be the shape of a skull, or because it was a crucifixion area, then you can find here a lot of bones and skulls. Or, and for that, we will enter to the lower part of the Golgotha, which is right here in front of you. You can see the Golgotha and you can see the creek that we saw. We saw the upper part of it. We believe, the Bible mentioned, Victor, and my subscribers, and the viewers, the Bible mentioned that the earth shook when Jesus died. You can see the creek, and drops of holy blood fell into the ground through those creeks, and people resurrected. One of them, and that wasn't mentioned in the Bible, Victor, is Adam, the first man ever. Then it can be that the skull that we are talking about is the skull of Adam. Let's go outside. Jesus was crucified, and let's go back to the mosaic floor, a mosaic wall, and you can see that after he died, Joseph of Arimathea and Nicodemus back to Pontius Pilate, and they wanted to get the body of Jesus and to bury him. There is a tradition to bury the Jews before sunset, because before sunset is the end of the day. Now it's 4 p.m., 1600 hours. In about 1 hour it's going to be dark, and if it's Wednesday today, it's going to be Thursday in about an hour. Then Pontius Pilate agreed to do that, but they had no place to bury Jesus. Jesus is from the Galilee area, not from Jerusalem. Then Joseph of Arimathea, who had a garden just next to the Crucifixion Place, and we are looking at the Crucifixion Place right now, gave Jesus his own tomb. Then before he was buried in a cave, they anointed the body of Jesus, and they put shroud around him, linen, made of linen, and bury him. According to what we believe, this is the place. This is where the naked body of Jesus was put down and cured. That's why I'm actually blessing that cross in the same place that it's happened. And you can see the anointing oil. And because it's olive wood, nothing will happen to him. Oh, it smells amazing. Now let's go to see his tomb. It's supposed to be a cave. Is it a cave? Let's see. It's not a cave. It doesn't look like a cave, isn't it? But this is the tomb of Jesus. Why it's not a cave? Mainly because it's been destroyed so many times. Then the Aedicula, the structure above it, is new. It's new because the last one been destroyed by the enemies of. No, sorry, the last one wasn't destroyed by the enemies. The last one was destroyed because of the Christians themselves. The church was burned down, and the dome fell and destroyed the Aedicula. Then in that matter, they built a new one, and they renovated it a few years ago. Then it looks new, isn't it? It's the one who holds it, it's the Greek Orthodox, but the others got rights as well. Now, Victor cannot go into the tomb and bless it. So I can go with the cross into the tomb, but I cannot take a video in it. Then when I'll finish video it. When I finish your tour, I will do that. And you know exactly what I'm going to do later on. I will send it soon to you. And you will have a cross that is priceless, because it's been blessed all over the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. The first part is, the first chapel that you will see is the chapel of the angels, to care that no one will steal the body of Christ. You can see there a candle. Here it is. And the inner part is the tomb itself. Let me see. All right, here it is. And later on, Victor, I will bless it there. But first, let's finish to video it. If I'll enter with a camera in it, the Greek Orthodox will be a monk, will be mad at me, and I don't want it. But to convince you that it used to be a cemetery at the time of Jesus, and to convince others who believes that the garden tomb is their real place, which I'm not saying that is not. I'm saying that there are two options, and both of them are good. Both of them have problems as well. Let's go into another chapel that doesn't look well, mainly because there are lots of arguments between the different orders who owns that place. Now the last argument is between the Armenian, who believes that this is their chapel, and the Syriac church. Then it's not a chair. I always have been asked if that's a chair or table. It's an altar. But I didn't enter because of the situation here. I enter because of that. And for that, I need a flashlight. And again, I'm blessing the one who told me that I can use the flashlight in my videos, and I didn't know that. Now you can see the niches right there. And you can see that it's a rock cut cave. And you can see at least two niches, but they have more. And here we are blessing that cross as well. And by the way, if you want me to bless your cross, just like I'm doing it to Victor, you can do it too. You can do it too. Go into the description of that video, and you will see the link for Buy Me a Coffee. And all the instructions are there. If you won't find it, if you cannot find it, just write me a message. Who is buried here? Now we know that the tomb of Jesus was close to the Crucifixion Place. That's why they are together. And that's according to the book of John. Then we are now at the garden of Joseph of Arimathea, who gave Jesus his tomb that no one touched. And in front of you, in his garden, as I believe he built himself his own tomb, then it might be the tomb of Joseph of Arimathea and Nicodemus. But the most important thing is that it is a tomb from the time of Jesus. That it shows you that that place was outside the walls at the time of Jesus, first century. And let us go out, but look at that. Pollution, holy site. In about 2,000 years, that graffiti will be history. But now, right now, it's what can I tell you? It's a wrong thing. Then you saw the niches there. Let's say that there are 5 niches. They will bury the first 5 people, but what will happen to the 6? There's no space for him. They will take the bones out, and they will bury him in the tomb that they are just empty. Why it's important? Because Jesus got a tomb that no one used before, and that one that you saw was used many times. Then you can understand that no one used before. Now you can understand the meaning of it. Let's continue, if it's okay by you, together with Victor, to the Catholic part, another Catholic part, and this is where Mary met Jesus. And I really love that painting. On Sunday, she came to the body of Jesus. No, listen carefully. She, were the disciples? They weren't here. They were at Mount Zion, the room, the Last Supper. And when she came, she saw that his body is not there. She went outside and looked around her, and she found the gardener, and she asked him, "Did you do something with the body of my Lord? Do you know where's my Lord? Where they took his body?" And he said, in his Jesus voice that she recognized immediately, "I am the one, but don't touch me, because I didn't reach my Father yet." Amazing, isn't it? There's so many things here, and you can see that there are different columns from different time that shows you that that church was built and destroyed so many times. And in front of you, you can see the prison. When Jesus was taken to here, at the end of the Via Dolorosa, he was waiting for his turn, and remember, he wasn't crucified by himself. Then, in that matter, you can see here, kind of a prison from the time of the Romans. That's how they put people in prison. Now you can see the two holes here. Look at the legs of Jesus. And you can see where they tied his hands. Beautiful icon, isn't it? That place is owned by the Greek Orthodox. Such a beautiful place, isn't it? It's so funny to see those letters here. There's so many chapels here, Victor and my friends. If you're watching that video, you must understand, because I'm not working, there are not a lot of tourists in Israel. Actually, there are only few tourists in Israel. You are my tourist. You are my family from right now. If you do have some question to ask, please do that. We're going to the lowest part of the church, which means that it's the most historical part of the church. We reach St. Helen Chapel, belongs to the Armenian, and soon we'll reach the lowest part of it. The Armenians suffered a lot from the Turkish, and in 1915, 1.5 million of them were butchered by the Turkish. Sadly, the Turkeys got a lot of power, and a lot of the countries didn't recognize, still not recognizing it, which is so sad. Israel is one of them. The Armenians were the first one who actually been resurrected as a nation in the world. It's happened in 301 AD. And now we are reaching the lowest part together with Victor. Quando, if I'm not wrong. I do have some problems with difficult names for me, but yeah, it sounds like that. I actually asked the one that I bought it from him. I'm buying the crosses from a Christian shop because we have only a few Christian shops in Israel, and it's important for me to help the Christians which are the minority here. And that's where they found the true cross. When St. Helen came, and this is St. Helen, when she came to build or to look for the places of that Jesus actually walked in, they reached that area, and they found 3 crosses here. Remember, Jesus was crucified with another 2. Then she took an old lady, a sick one. She touched the first 2, nothing happened, and then she touched the 3rd one, and you know exactly that she was cured. But this is a beautiful example of the use of their church. This is a quarry, and a quarry is always outside the walls. It's not inside the city. And we believe that King Herod used it for building the Jewish temple. But when he died, they finished building it. And people use it as a tombs area. Remember, outside the walls, the Jews have been buried outside the walls. And later on, when the Romans took it back, because this wasn't a private place, it was owned by the king of the Jews, and now it's owned by the Romans. They turned that place into a crucifixion area, the Golgotha. Another thing that you can see here, that they used that place as water system. Look at the thick plaster that was here to protect the water from sinking. Amazing, isn't it? If you are still watching that video, I want you to know it, because you are good disciples. You are good Christians. Please send me some messages. I want to know what you're thinking about that church. If you do have some questions, don't hesitate. Please use me for that. On the way up, I want you to see a lot of graffitis. But this time it's mainly from the 12th century. Now it's historic. We are climbing up. I love that church. You know, every time I'm taking a video of that church, it looks different. Sounds different. And here we are. You saw the lower part of the Calvary, Adam Chapel. Then we make a round tour of the church. We bless your cross, Victor, and I will send it soon to your house, of course. If I'm not wrong, it's in the US, but I'm not sure that I remember it. I just got it today, and I decided not to delay it. Then here it is. We are in Jerusalem. It's November 24, and I'm so happy that the weather is amazing. And that I can do that, because every time that I'm blessing the crosses, I feel like I do have a mission in that word to help support people that I don't know. But Victor and the rest, you are becoming my family. Then thank you very much, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.